Hey, I'm Dr. Mark Rosenberg, and last week's video talked about Pau D'arco tea and its benefits, and I got a lot of emails about how to prepare it and where to get it. So let's start off with how to prepare it, okay? Pau D'arco, I recommended getting the loose bark for those of you who took the time to email me, and the reason is you can get it in either powder form or bark form. When you see how I make it, you'll see that having a powder form is not going to work for this particular application. But this is, I keep it in an airtight container. This is what it looks like. Okay, can you see? It's a bark. Okay. Comes off the tree that grows at altitude in South America, which is why it has, being at altitude, that's why it has such great antioxidation qualities. What you hear is my water boiling in my little coffee pot here. It's a hot pot. And while we're doing that, whoops, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, you take a couple of pinches of this stuff, okay? And you put it, this is imported from China. I got it up here, one, it's called a happy cup. A happy cup, how about that? So we're gonna make our body happy by taking care of it. I take some of my Pau D'arco tea, the bark, and I put it in here. I put about 2 pinches in there. Okay, so just to show you, there you go, about 2 pinches. Of course, the water is going to go through here. I put this back in the container, the happy cup. I don't know why you call it that. And then the water boils, and we pour it in there. Now, a couple of things. How long should it steep? Probably 5-10 minutes. The taste is a little bitter. This is an important point. People ask me, do not sweeten it. We're drinking the tea to clean our colon. One of the number one things that it does is it works on getting rid of yeast. Okay, sugar feeds yeast. So if you put honey or sugar in your tea that's supposed to kill something, you're feeding it with the very thing that you don't want it to eat. So don't do that. So don't just drink it as it is. You'll acquire a taste for it. It's not terrible. It's just a little tiny bit strong. I like it. When should you drink your tea? There's a couple of ways to do it. You can drink it before you go to sleep at night, so it works on your colon while you're sleeping. The longer that you don't eat between sessions of having tea, the more effect it's going to have on your colon. If you have some tea and then eat right away, that's going to have a minimal effect. Oh, my water's boiling here. Okay, so I'm going to take it up. Boiling teapot. I need to pay attention here, excuse me. I'm going to pour. I always wanted to have a cooking show. Okay, watch out, Alton Brown. Okay, and I pour this in here. And this being a cup with a handle, you want to have a cup with a handle on because the tea gets pretty hot. And what it does, obviously, it's going to steep out of there. And you just let it sit. I'm not going to tilt the cup because I'm going to spill it all over the place. I put the top on it, and I let it sit. And again, the longer, if I drank it right now, it wouldn't be that strong. The longer I leave it sit, the stronger it's going to get. I will use the herbs that I just showed you, that amount, the two pinches that I just did. I'll use that for 2 cups of tea. So you should start off with 1 cup a day. After a couple of weeks, you can go up to 2 cups. And then once you get your desired results, you're cleaning out your bowel, you can go down to the maintenance cup of once a day. The only side effect of Pau D'arco tea, again, it is a blood thinner. So if you're on any blood thinner, such as Coumadin, consult your doctor. Maybe you shouldn't be drinking this tea. Other than that, it's pretty good stuff. It'll start cleaning you out. It'll start helping you with your health. You'll see differences in a couple of weeks. Some people, when they have an outbreak on their skin of some type of skin disruption or lesion, can sometimes see results in as little as 3 days. The body's pretty toxic. So also, which reminds me, sometimes let's say you're specifically cleaning out your colon, and you're feeling pretty good after a couple of days, and you're feeling really good after a couple of weeks. Then you have a day or 2 or a whole week where you feel really bad. Well, you might have reached a new colony in your colon of toxins. As I explained last week, the small intestine is about 22 feet long, the large intestine is about 9 feet long, and in the diameter of it, for every millimeters we're alive, for every year we're alive, there's a millimeter's worth of sludge in the colon. A lot of times fecal matter actually goes through the center of other fecal matter, and not, through the colon itself. So you can actually clean out a bunch of stuff. You feel really good. And then all of a sudden, some of the internal fecal matter will slough off, and you'll hit a new colony of bacteria, a new colony of candida yeast bacteria, and you feel really bad. You might feel feverish. It's called the cleansing process. That's good. Okay, it's a good thing. It usually goes away. Just keep at it. And like I said, that's the only thing. And that's why I mentioned last week, I like gentle processes to clean the body. This is a pretty gentle way, and that usually doesn't happen. But I just want to tell you if it does. The other big question I got from people is, where's this link, Mark? Well, if you're looking at my YouTube channel, okay, to the left of the screen, actually it will be over here for you, right? You'll see several things. It says my website, markrosenbergdc.com. It says howtostretch.com, my stretch tutorial website. All those videos are here on YouTube. It also shows where I can buy these herbs. If you click on that, it takes you right to Rose Mountain Herbs, which is where I get my herbs from, and you get them there too. I like the way they ship. I think if you buy 10 pounds of this, you get a discount. It's like $5 a pound, something like that. No, it's not. It's less than that. It's like 40 bucks for 10 pounds. And that will last me a year. You could try and get a pound of it. It's just a few dollars. And it's well worth it. It's much more expensive if you buy it locally. The same amount of, 10 tea bags of this at my local health food store is like $4 or $5. And that will last just a couple of days. And I could last months and months if I get the raw bark and do it myself. Alrighty, so that's it for today's talk. More about how to use it and where to get it. Again, the link is here. It's also on my howtostretch.com site, so if you look there, you'll see a link for Rose Mountain Herbs. Okay, thanks for coming by, and shoot me any more questions. Bye.